So Overkill, the song Motörhead famously wrote kind of on the spot. Well, they probably did quite a few on the spot, but legend does it, Phil Fenwell Taylor set up his double bass kit, and Phil Fenwell Taylor said, I didn't want to be one of those that had a double bass kit but couldn't play it. So he went in early to rehearsal to practice playing them both, and Lemmy and Eddie heard it, and they came there and said, no, don't stop, you know, keep on going. And Lemmy came up with that riff on the spot, which starts on the G, 9th fret, it's in E, the song. Slide down to semitones, it's E and E flat. And so it's kind of playing around that beat, because it's a very definite, you know, I can't play the drums, you know, well, you know, the Overkill beat, but Lemmy's kind of playing around that. He's sort of pushing forward a bit, then he pulls it back a bit. But there's your, as I was called, there's your approach note, which is the E flat. But I always refer to it as like a reset. It keeps you, or it kept Lemmy, who did it, first of all, it sort of puts you back on track, as it were. If he's going around, if the double bass drums are doing a continual, they're not changing their rhythm, and he's just, it keeps him, he may be playing a different rhythm, but he's in the same, keeping the same time signature, and that helps him enormously. But then he sort of does that thing, he kind of has fun on that, and a slide out, and then he's into the actual main, I don't know, say riff, the main the main note, you know, just that. Here you can either do, but really what he was doing was, he just, to do that, the mark, or say the reset, the approach, he just take his finger off momentarily, just to choke it. That's kind of exaggerating it if I do it normally. So let's go. And then so it becomes a lot less sort of bibbly bobbly, and he's really locked in there with the bass drums, but still with that slight kind of rhythm over the top of Filthy Phil's very. And then we go up to the G, so it's got a similar verse chords as the Ace of Spades, you know, which I think caused poor Lemmy some problems right towards the end. I think they called it Over Spades as one song, but I mean, he was sick, but he played Overkill, and he sang the Ace of Spades over the top of it, because, you know, he got confused. So they were similar. Only way to feel noise. Then only way to feel. And this was classic Fast of the Era Motörhead. Lemmy's holding down the rhythm, still keep that sort of, you know. And that little, keeping him on track, keeping him locked in, you know. Only way to feel the noise is when it's good and loud. So good I can't believe. Because he was doing that. This is another one of those songs where when they try the two guitarists, it could be very, you know, someone's motive with two guitarists, you know, someone said classically it was like, someone's like having tits on a ball. Whereas Fast Eddie would just do that, the classic sort of Fast Eddie, the fifth and the minor third. You know, they was doing that. And Eddie was doing chords, obviously, and A-bar chords. I mean, this is a bass playing video, but he was doing A-bar chords, kind of marking it. And it's really, Brian May of Queen, he once did this song with them. I think it was 2000 birthday anniversary, and Brian May said, you know, he said you listen to it and you think, oh, I've got the chords fine, and then you actually try and play it, and there's so much going on, and it really is. Sometimes the bass and the drums are locked in together. Other times, like on this, only way to feel the noise, Filthy's doing that, and Eddie's doing the chord markers as well, whereas Lemmy's kind of, the bass drums and the bass guitar are locked in underneath that, keeping the thing going. So there's kind of a lot going on, yeah, even with, you know, just one or two notes. But anyway, so and then he's going down to the C. I like to play this quite a bit of it. I mean, you could play the G on the D, in which case you could thicken it by playing the open G. That's a bit much. But I was like, you know, classic Lemmy was kind of a bit higher up, and he said, you know, anyway to feel the noise. And, you know. So I play it a lot on the A whenever I've covered it. So going down there to the 3rd fret, and then Lemmy joins in with Filthy Phil doing the don't sweat it. Then he's doing the don't sweat it. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's your kind of accenting the cymbal strikes. Get it back to you. There, Lemmy's back locked in with the double bass, because Eddie's doing the again, he just strums the bottom E, and he does the A bar chords of the minor 3rd and the 5th. That's another video of the guitar one there maybe, but for now, underneath that, Lemmy's back, he's back holding it down, he's back there with the double bass drums. So Filthy arms, he's doing a underneath, it's just, those feet are just going rock solid, and Lemmy's underneath them. And then you've got the chorus, where Lemmy starts to accentuate it again. Overkill. Overkill. This bit could be a bit tricky. So there again, you see accenting it on the F sharp. Then go up to the F sharp, which would be what we're at, 9th fret. Then go up to the A string, and you want the 9th and 7th fret. But you've got to do a weird sort of little here, because it's overkill. You've got to just do a little sort of catch up weird thing there. Overkill. Overkill. So if it's at full speed, overkill. And again. So it's like, I'll slow it down a bit. I mean, that's just going to have to be practice. It's hard even to sort of get across. But that's that, and again, so it's going back and forth between locking the cymbal strikes and locking with the double bass kit, but he's back with the cymbals, he's back above, as I say. Overkill. And then a nice little, just to reach to crescent and to get back down to just hitting the A. So, and he resolves it on the D. And here, classic Lemmy as always, open D, 7th fret on the G octave. So, overkill, 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 So that's just do the chorus one. That's the thing. It's about as. I think I'll leave that song there. I mean, there's the outro bit towards the end. There's that false stop and start, you know. But that's I want that the actual sort of playing style when the singing's going on. Really, the outro is sort of like. Kind of more basic, and the rhythm could be kind of easily picked up, but here it's more it's trickier, especially on like, you know, Overkill. But that again, that in quite a few Motörhead tracks, it's that kind of you sort of build up, and then it resolves, and then you're back to the main riff type thing. So that's Overkill by Motörhead, a kind of a whistle stop look at the song there. The intro riff and how the bass could sometimes be locked into the double bass and letting Eddie sort of and the cymbals accentuate the changes, providing a lot of colour to the song. And then Lemmy, almost like he'd come up and he you know, like the then he'd come in with the cymbals as well, psh, 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 and then he'd be back, you know, the powerhouse with the double bass drum. Alright, as always, hope it was of some use.